Good evening. Thank you for turning in to the SEC Recap Show. I'm your host, Shane Falco, along with my co-host, Don King. I'm going to go ahead and recap the game of the week, look ahead into the spreads for the upcoming games, go over the new rankings, and also list the players of the week that standout performances we had. Recapping the game of the week from last week, we had DX versus Bad Boys, a very closely contested game, ending with a score of 13-6. DX scored a late touchdown to go ahead with a little tomfoolery, and I think I really put a little clamp down on the Bad Boys' mouth. Very close, intense game though, just the way we expected it to be. Looking ahead to the upcoming games, we're going to go ahead and talk about the spreads with my co-host Don King. So what do you have the upcoming games of the spreads there at?
All right, thanks Falco. Week 3 SEC spreads, you gotta love it. We got Body Count versus No Limit. I got No Limit win this game by 2 points, 14-12. It's going to be a really physical game. A lot of defense played. I think it's going to be a couple screen passes to Speedy there, and I think Gene will end up taking No Limit to the win. I got the Unit versus TMT. I got TMT winning that one by 1 point. Unit has a lot of athleticism. You know, Booby can make some plays, but I just think that TMT defense is going to hold him. And, you know, he might put up one tub, but I think it's going to be a 1 point game real close. I got Sick With It versus Bad Boys. I got Sick With It winning by 6 points or more. Got the final score 18-12. I just think Bad Boys, they just haven't put it all together yet. You know, they got a lot of talent. And Sick With It is just a train, man. I mean, they're just going to run all over everybody in the league, except for possibly DX. I don't think they can stop DX. Going into the next game, I got LNG versus DX. DX is 2-0. Actually showing some defense this season. Can't believe it. So they found that in the closet, dusted it off, and brought it out for everybody to see this season. I got DX winning that game by 12. It's a huge spread in the SEC, but 24-12. I just think LNG is going to be fighting each other on the sideline. I mean, it's going to be we're going to need some bouncers at that game. Last game is going to be RC Vegas versus Fury. Even though RC Vegas is 0-2, and you know, I'm kind of I got a foot in my mouth from calling the QB the best QB in the state. I'm going to go with them 13-12. I got them winning by 1 point. I think they're going to show up with some new talent. And I think that, you know, Fury, they're just not going to be able to pull it off. You know, they're going to throw a couple tubs, but I just don't think they're going to win. What do you got for the games of the week?
Well, Don, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the rankings if you don't mind. Starting off, of course, from the preview, we had Sick With It #1. I just think right now they're just playing the best football all around, and they've been one of the top teams all around, so can't knock them off just yet. And DX hasn't gotten past that hurdle, so they're still going to follow in at #2. TMT right now at #3. The only team went out in that loss. Best of the 1-1 team so far. 4 got Bad Boys. Very vocal team, but so far having a tough time. LNG at #5. Young and talented, a lot of athleticism, a lot of speed, but have a hard time putting together a full game. So we'll see how that comes out with showdown with DX this week. No Limit coming in at #6. Some new additions on there. I mean, you got the return of one of the best QBs of all time in Gene, and with Peanut there, obviously it's a home run anytime he touches the ball possibly. So we'll see how that comes out. The Kids and Fury at #7. Definitely a team that's going to stick around, battle TMT to the end. So we'll see what they can do this week. See if they can send RC Vegas to 0-3. We got the Unit at #8. Team that just hasn't really put it together yet, but still got to find some chemistry. We'll see how they respond. They went down in conference this past week and knocked off Empire, so we'll see how that goes. And at the bottom of the barrel, I got my co-host's #1 team, RC Vegas, sitting there at 0-2, having a rough time finding their stride in the grid. We'll see how they match up with the Kids this week, and if they can recover and get their first win over here in the Man's League. Standout players of the week I have the return of Cleavon Brooks, 9 of 14 passing, 160 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 2-point conversion thrown. He also had 5 carries for 60 yards for a touchdown. By far the best standout offensive performance in the SEC. Defensive player of the week, I got to go with Mike Stokes from Sick With It. 3 flag pulls, 3 sacks on that legendary QB in Gene. He also picked him off twice and took one back to the house. So anytime you get a defensive lineman with 2 interceptions and a touchdown, I mean, you got to give him big credit. I've played against Big Mike before, and that dude is an absolute beast.
All right, Falco, week 3, game of the week, SEC. We got Super Sick With It versus the Bad Boys from Las Vegas. Sickwood's 2-0. Bad Boys are 1-1. Sickwood is averaging 16 points per game. They're only giving up 7 points per game defensively. And the Bad Boys are scoring 12 points a game and giving up 10 points per game at a clip. So, I mean, you saw my spread is pretty high. I think that Sickwood is going to win this game. I think that they just have too much offensive firepower for the Bad Boys, and I don't think the Bad Boys have the chemistry yet to match up with them. What do you think, Falco?
Well, I think right now Sickwood's defense is definitely playing just on an absolute another level. I mean, they've been on fire. I mean, anytime you shut out a gene-led offense, you know you're on point. And I mean, last time these two met were in the playoffs just last season, and it was a pretty hotly contested affair. So we'll see if that bad blood carries over to this regular season matchup. I think that's going to pretty much wrap it up here for the SEC. I'm going to go ahead and stay tuned next week, and good luck out in the field, everybody.